All right, team, I'm Kristen Savy. I am the director for Team Wicklessly Driven Dreams. I have decided to start posting our monthly trainings. I do a monthly training once a month with another superstar director who is amazing. And I kind of feel like some of you who live in Idaho or New York or Maine are missing out on some pretty cool stuff. So I want to make sure that I am able to be there for all of you and everybody in your teams. So we're going to talk about training. About recruiting, and hopefully it's something that is of value to your business like it is for mine. There are 4 parts of recruiting, 4 different stages. We'll go over all 4 stages. I hope that you've printed up the PowerPoint presentation. It will make this training a little bit easier. Talking and sharing, which is part of the planting your seed. You want to make sure that you tell your story to everybody, that if it's something that you're passionate about. For me, I love my job, so it's really easy for me to tell people about the Scentsy opportunity. So anytime somebody asks me, what do you do? I'm not a stay-at-home mom. I am a Scentsy independent consultant, and I happen to be a director. I've got an amazing team, and I have a fantastic customer base. So I tell my story to everybody, and I no longer tell them that I am a stay-at-home mom, because I'm not. I mean, this is my job. Update your list of 100. So your list of 100 is going to be your people. Everybody you know, you've ran into, you live next door to, you haven't talked to in 10 years, they're your people. Your list of 100 is going to be buy, host, and join. I divide them between 3 categories. So when I start calling people to see if they're interested in hosting a party, they don't want to do a party, maybe they're interested in joining, or they just want to buy product from me. So my buy, host, and join, I divide my people of 100. Next is carry your supplies everywhere. Wear it and brand it. So I have it on my shirt, I've got it on my car, and take it everywhere. I have a business card, a catalog, and samples with me everywhere I go, so that if somebody happens to see that I do sell Scentsy, that I'm prepared when they ask for information. Working your business. If you are doing parties and you are sincerely putting yourself out there every day, and you're leaving your house, you're leaving your computer, you're leaving Facebook, like you're actually putting yourself out there and available to people, you're working your business. So if you're working your business, your recruits will come as long as you are sincerely from the bottom of your heart actually doing it. A lot of you can say, I'm doing it. I said I was doing it for almost a year, and truthfully to myself, I was not. So work your business. Do customer follow-up. So anybody who's ordered from you, about 2 to 3 weeks out, I always call and just check back and make sure that their product is exactly how they had envisioned it. The nice thing about my callbacks is if I do a party and somebody talks about, they've got a holiday party coming up or a birthday or a barbecue, when I do my follow-up, I always ask, how their Scentsy is. And also somewhere in that conversation will bring up, how was your son's birthday party? I know you were pretty excited about it a couple weeks ago. That's huge. I made a personal connection with them, and it means a lot to them. So I always write something on the top of the customer's receipt that is my copy. So when I do customer callbacks, I can make that connection with them. Make personal goals. Make a monthly, a 3-month, 6-month, and a 1-year goal. And I can't tell you what those goals are. They need to be something that's personal for you. My goal is when my husband gets back from deployment, we're able to finish paying off the majority of our debt. He really, really, really wants a fancy car. So the only way we're going to get a fancy car is if we're a little bit more debt-free and can financially afford it. Second is your water. Somebody is now interested, whether they've contacted you or they've shown interest at a party, now they're interested. So what do? First and foremost, with them. What's in it for me? What do they want? What are they going to gain from a Scentsy business? So once I know what they're going to gain, I'm able to tailor the information for them. So if they want to make $150 a month, I'm not going to overload them in information of why becoming a director is the most important, largest goal you should have for yourself as a Scentsy consultant. I'm going to say, 1 or 2 parties would be something that would be great for you to get you closer to your goal. So I just want to know where they are and what they're working for. I will offer them a decider party. So is there some... Okay, so the decider party. I'll offer them a decider party, which means I'm going to supply them with the party supplies. I'm going to host a party. It'll be like their launch party. And if it's successful, then they can join that night. They're going to have to pay their $99, but they were able to get their friends, family. I was able to book them 1 or 2 parties. Decider parties are great because it gives them an opportunity to see how supportive their friends and family are. And then I'll give them the speech that your friends and family are great, but they're going to be your worst customer. They expect more, they demand more, and they're your harder customers. But your friends and family know people that you don't know. One of the reasons why I encourage people, recruit your hosts. Yes, it's taken away from your personal sales now, but they're going to work 10 times harder for themselves than they'll ever work for you. They will want to build a business more than they will want to help you host a couple parties. So it's good to recruit your hostess, and in the long run, you'll benefit from it too. Now, if somebody runs into me, sees I sell Scentsy, and says, yeah, I've always been kind of interested. Oh, well, really? I have a recruiting packet. So I carry a recruiting packet in my cart, and I have them ready to mail off for anybody who contacts me, maybe on Facebook or a friend or family who might be interested. Recruiting packet, I have my story, business cards, current catalog, the Discover Scentsy video, join and host brochures, a scent sample or a scent circle. The scent samples, I don't put them in molds anymore. I take a paring knife, I cut up a bar into 100 samples. I just cut really small slivers of wax, put them in a little bag and a business card, and then I send them off. The biggest thing in the watering phase is you don't want to overwhelm people. So give them the information that they need. If they start getting antsy or moving around, you've probably given them enough information and you can stop. Now, you're on to the growing, which is probably the most discouraging part of recruiting. You've given them information. You need to set up a follow-up time. So, hey, I'm really glad that I was able to give you what you needed tonight. Can I maybe call you back next Wednesday or Thursday between like 6 or 7? So that I can see, how you're feeling. Because joining my team is a huge commitment because I want people to be very successful. So I know that you're probably going to have to talk to your spouse or your significant other and see if this is something that will benefit you guys in the long run. So I've given them a time. Let her know that it's going to be something for her or him to do. And I will be following back, and I picked a day that I'm going to call that person back. That's probably one of my biggest mistakes in recruiting that I didn't do. I lost 3 people in 3 months joining other teams. One, because I had missed the follow-up stage. Somebody showed interest, but I just didn't follow up with them. So following up is very beneficial to growing your team too. And then continue to reach out. Don't be pushy. If you call back and they just don't seem interested, it's okay. Call back in like another 6 weeks. I put them on a mailing list so they get the same scent of the month sample as all of my customers do. And twice a year, I will send them a little bit more information because in February and August, you have the double host kits when they join. So for me, it's pretty important that I'm able to touch back with them to see if, maybe they're interested. I have a gal getting ready to join who I have been sending her scent of the month samples here and there for the last 18 months, and twice a year I send her a little packet that says, hey, I'm thinking of you. I don't know if this is still something you're interested in, but if not, here's a new catalog that'll come out next month. She's been a great customer, but it kind of looks like that planting seed, she's finally maybe going to join in the next month or two. You never know. So don't get discouraged. Recruiting can be a little bit hard, but your recruits are going to come if you're working your business. The last is the bloom. Congratulations, they joined your team. Now you're a mentor. So this is the time that you want to give them as much information and be as helpful as possible, but not stepping over their toes, answering the things that they need help with. Some potential recruits and new recruits, they need a lot of attention. You also need to make sure you're setting boundaries for yourself because you still have a family and needs and customers too. So make yourself available. But, midnight phone calls is a little excessive. And yes, it does happen. So make yourself available and set your boundaries. There's 3 things that you need to remember not to do. You cannot offer to buy their kit. It's a huge no-no. They need to buy their own kit. You cannot offer an incentive. Join my team and I'll give you basket testers. You can't make joining your team any better than joining somebody else's team. And then don't promise earnings. You don't know how much somebody is going to earn or what they are able to bring to the table. So you cannot promise that somebody will always make $600. It is something that is personally within them of how much they're actually going to make. And then repeat. Be consistent and do that process. Work your business every month. Update that list of 100. Make yourself available. And repeat. I work my business in like 60 to 70 day periods because it's one thing I've noticed in the structure of Scentsy is that first 70 days for a new consultant, They're motivated. They're excited. Why are they motivated and excited though? They are making a list of 100. They're calling all their friends and family. They're getting people to book parties. They're like intrigued in their business. So it's something that I have done new, probably, well, since June, is that I made my list of 100. I really put myself out there more than I ever did. And then every 70 days, I update my story on Facebook. I update my story on my website. I reevaluate where I'm at. I call past hostesses so I can keep a cycle revolving. So when months like June, July, or January, they don't hit me as hard and I'm still able to make my sales. So I hope that this training gave you a few other options, things to think about when doing recruiting. So you're going to plant that seed and talk and share with everybody. 2, you're going to, when somebody's finally interested, you're going to water them with information, but not give them too much. 3, the now what? It's time to grow. Just don't get discouraged, but continue to make that personal connection with that recruit, whether it be a sample every month that you mail out that you do with your normal customers, because who knows, that person could potentially just be a customer and actually not ever join your Scentsy business. And 3, that joining. Once they bloom, make sure you give them the information that they need so that they can be just as successful. And sometimes it's almost better recruiting one person every 70 days versus 1 or 2 people a month, because you're able to give that one person as much information as they need, versus having 4 people in 1 month tend to be a little overwhelming. So good luck, team. I can't wait until our next team training. If you have any questions, go ahead and make comments and questions below this post, and hopefully I can get to them. If not, good luck this month, and I hope to see some of you at Spring Sprint. I'll see you later. Bye.